Then we have the star topology, where you have a bunch of computers. They're connected through a device called switch or a hub, basically a centralized device. All of the cables go into the device, and then of course that device connects to the centralized server through a cable as well. So therefore it's called a star topology, and it's fault tolerant, because if one of the computers goes down, for instance, nothing happens to the rest of the computers because they're sharing resources through a centralized device called a switch. For example, data is passing through switch. So each of the cable from each of these computers are connected to the switch, and then from the switch a cable is connected to your server. The advantages and disadvantages of the star topology: it's easy to install, no disruptions to the network, easy to detect faults and to remove parts. But there are also disadvantages. It requires more cable length, because you can imagine that within the star you have cables coming from one computer to the switch, to the centralized device, and then additional cables going out as well. So if the hub, switch, or the concentrator fails, nodes attached are disabled. So if something actually happens to that centralized device, obviously more expensive than linear bus topologies because of the cost of the extra peripheral devices such as hubs and switches. And we'll talk about hubs and switches later on in a different lesson, but here just understand the basic concept of and the advantages and disadvantages of these.